talk a little bit about how my long lines are. So this is, they have like this rope, and then in the middle, sorry it's dirty and sandy, but they have a pulley with a clip, and then they go into a regular like lunge line. These are Durotech brand, and then they're webbed, and they're Durotech brand, and I really like these. These are really great. So I couldn't find them new anymore, but I got them used. So anyway, what you do, both sides you're gonna do this, is you clip this, the first clip to the bit, and you want to make sure that the this part is on the outside, of course, so it doesn't like hit the horse. And then, so if you have a pulley or some clip like this, you just hook it right here. For him, I actually clipped it like this because yesterday when I was using it, it came off lucky, so I didn't want to risk that with him. And then you just wrap around the butt on the other side, and then you're ready to go. So here I am hooking up the long lines, and I'm hooking the first clip to the bit, and then mine has a pulley, and you clip that to the lowest setting on your surcingle. And if you don't have a pulley on your long lines, you can just loop the lines through the surcingle before you hook it to the bit, and it works just the same. So here I am unhooking my lunge line because I wanted to make sure he wasn't going to run away first. Okay, so I've got my other long line, and I am going to hook it to the bit the same way as the other side. And it probably, when you're doing this for the first time, it would probably be helpful to have someone helping you, like standing on the other side of the horse, holding the horse to make sure they're not walking away, because I obviously put the line on the ground, and if your horse isn't really taught to stand still, then they could probably just walk away, and it would probably be kind of disastrous because there's going to have line hanging around. So here I am wrapping it around his butt. He's used to wearing a butt band, like a rubber butt band, so he's used to having something around his hind end. And so here I am kind of like waving it around to see if he's going to react to it. He didn't really care, so yeah, I'm just waving it around. And then since he didn't care and he's pretty much used to it, so I urge him to go forward. So this is like really weird for him because he can feel contact in both reins, and so he is pretty sluggish, and he does stop a few times, but once he figures it out, he does really well. So here he is, he's kind of confused, and the way I'm standing probably is a bit confusing because when you long line, you stand to the side, and I am more at the front trying to mess with my lines, and of course that's confusing. So part of this confusion for him is that I'm not organized, and I'm the first one to admit that because I haven't really long lined that many times before, so I'm new to it just as much as he is. And so here I am. The problem that I'm noticing as watching the video is that when he stops, it's because I'm standing more at his shoulder. So if you want to encourage forward movement, you should stand with yourself towards their hind end to push them forward. And here I am totally unorganized trying to get it. His biggest thing is that he doesn't really pay that much attention when he's out in the arena, and here he does a little spook, but he recovers pretty well, and which was nice because you never really know. And again, having someone help you with this would be ideal, so that if you do have things go awry, then you have someone to help you. And so here I am, I've let him out a little more. I'm walking him around to like understand the lines a little more. There was a little confusion there. He likes to be a little naughty near the gate. And so here I am loosening the lines a bit, and he's doing a lot better. He's stretching down into the contact, and here I was testing my halt to see if I would be able to trot and get him to slow down. And so then I just move him on, and he's going pretty slow, which is fine. I would rather have him be calm about this than like rushing. And so here he is a little the biggest thing I notice about long lining him is that he doesn't understand contact with the bit quite yet. So he does curl quite a bit, and obviously that's not ideal, but when he does have, say your horse curls, you can just loosen your line. And here I am trying to get him to trot because he's so lazy and I'm unorganized. So I'm trying to get him to trot. I need the whip because he doesn't trot without a whip. And so here's his first time trotting, and he's doing really, really well. And so hindsight's 20/20. I probably should have moved that lunge line off the ground, but I didn't. So I guess it's a good obstacle. Here he's nice stretching down, and I loosen my line, and he does great. And so here he's stretching down a bit. I'm trying to get him to keep going because he's so lazy. And so, yeah, the biggest thing with him is that he doesn't quite understand the steering, and he curls a little bit. And this was his absolute first time, so he did really, really well. He didn't spook very much or anything. And so here I am switching directions. I don't know if this is the correct way, but this is how I do it. And so I did do the shaking behind the bum again, just so that he could get used to it being around the other side. And so he was just as good this direction. And yeah, I trotted a little bit. I don't know what happened. I didn't really get very much footage of the trotting, but I think because I went out of the frame. But yeah, he was just as good this direction. So it was really cool to give this a go, and I'll definitely use this more going forward.